Hi, I'm going to do a real quick review of two very similar tablet stands. The one on the left is Lamicall, which sells on Amazon for $15.99. The one on the right is the Omoton T1, which sells for $1 cheaper at $14.99. I couldn't decide between the two of them. I wanted to mount a large tablet, and specifically the Tab S9 Ultra or the Tab 8S Ultra. They're the same dimensions. And so I ultimately narrowed it down between these two because they were so similar online. I wanted to order them both and figure out which one was the best, and then send the other one, and then return the other one. So because I couldn't decide, I guess there's probably other people out there that couldn't decide also. So hopefully this review helps you figure out which tablet stand to get. Now for me, it's even though they look very similar, it's a no-brainer on which one to get. So the Lamicall on the left, you can see that it is this is about 10% taller and about 10% wider on this back plate here. Also on the pedestal, the Omoton is about 20% longer of a pedestal, as you can see there. So that's 3 wins for the Omoton. Actually 4 wins. Price, backplate dimensions, both dimensions, pedestal dimensions. That's 4 wins. What's the 5th win for the Omoton? It's a stiffer. It takes a lot more. It takes about 30 or 40% more effort to move this hinge. And that's what I like. I want it to be super stiff. I want that. So I don't want the tablet to be sag, in the future when the spring potentially gets soft. So that's the 5th win. Now we're going to talk about win number 6 for the Omoton. On the back, the Lamicall has a bunch of lame writing back here that I don't care about. I just want it to be unbranded and sleek. And this has like S stand. Ooh, S stand, Lamicall, share simple life. I don't care about that. How do I get that off? I don't care about that. If you were at a business and your tablet is on here and it's facing back, customer facing, why do they want to care about the brand? Just make it sleek. So that's the 6th win. Win number 7 for the Omoton. The Omoton has, on the bend where it holds a tablet, it's kind of more like an L. A little bit. It looks like a better shape to hold what an average shape of a tablet looks like. The one on the Lamicall looks more like a V. I don't know about you. No tablets don't have aren't in the shape of a V. So that's win number 7 or 8. I don't remember. I'm not totally counting, but it's a landslide for the Omoton. And one more difference: the Lamicall has a little bit larger diameter of the spring. You can see it's just barely any different, but I think that's just an aesthetic thing. I mean, that's not a win or loss either way. I just wanted to point that out. Another thing to point out, if you didn't notice earlier, the Lamicall has this is all just smooth. The Omoton is all just smooth frosted aluminum, and the Lamicall, takes a grinder on a lathe and then grinds it soft where it has a shiny little bezel. I actually kind of prefer it just matte everywhere. Now let's try these. So this has like 7 wins. The score is 7 for Omoton and 0 for Lamicall. Okay, we're going to test the all-aluminum Omoton T1 tablet stand with a couple of tablets. We have an older Galaxy S 10.5-inch tablet, and then we have the newer Tab S9 Ultra. It comes in this beige color, which is more or less kind of the aluminum color of this, which is kind of why I wanted it. Now you can tell it doesn't totally match, but for all intents and purposes, it is the darndest closest thing. Now let's try the Tab S 10.5 in landscape mode. Okay, works perfectly fine. You can even type on it, left, right. It's fine. Of course, you can adjust it, but I won't make the video longer by adjusting the angle. Yep. And for display, I meant it works fine, and you can touch it. The higher you go up, then it starts to rock. If you're doing a lot of pounding on it or something, then it's going to rock, and that's for both of these tablets. But if you're just watching, looking at recipes, scrolling, like in the kitchen, looking at a recipe, this stand is perfectly fine. In either direction, watching a movie, or recipe scrolling in the kitchen. Now let's try the Tab S9 Ultra. But before I do, I just want to go over the size differences in the Tab S9 Ultra and the S10.5. So here is the Tab S9 Ultra, which is a 12.9-inch monster tablet beast, and it sits fine in portrait mode. And you can touch on it on the left. I'm tapping pretty firmly. On the right, no problem. Now what about toward the top? Does it want to tip over? No, it's perfectly fine. So in landscape mode, it'll fit this Tab S9 Ultra, no problem. Now in the vertical mode, it is a very wide tablet, right? The aspect ratio makes it very long and tall. So this is probably what I'm more nervous about. So let's test this. So again, left to right would be perfectly fine. But yeah, it is a little bit more precarious. I think you'd want to make this a little bit more vertical. Not too vertical where it falls forward, but it's so, like, if we look on the back, it's this little tablet, but then it goes all the way up here. So it's a little bit more precarious. If you're just recipe scrolling in the kitchen and you're touching lightly, or whatever, it's fine. Yeah, I would probably be just a little bit more careful with it. But if you're just going to watch it or something like that, or read a book and then scroll the pages, that's perfectly fine too. But definitely, I would have no qualms with landscape mode, even typing anywhere, for sure. Which is what I was worried about. So how it looks in the back, looks pretty sleek in the back. Of course, I have it upside down, but there. It's not upside down for all you OCD people, including me. Just kidding. Yeah, so it looks pretty good in the back too, which is what I wanted. So yeah, I'm very pleased with this tablet stand. I was looking at magnetic tablet stands and couldn't find any that had reviews that said, okay, when you have this in a silicone case or something, which I plan to get, it comes today, that it's going to work through the magnets. And so I'm like, okay, I'll just get one that I can just set up there, because it's definitely going to go in a clear silicone case or something like that, or a non-clear one. Anyway, that's the review. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully this helps. Thank you. Have a good one.